everyone, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to our November devotional. Listen, today I woke up with an attitude of gratitude. Yes, our theme today is gratitude, and today happens to be Thanksgiving Day. So happy Thanksgiving. So what is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is an expression of gratitude. Gratitude to God for all that He has done. And our core scripture is Psalm 107 verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for His steadfast love endures forever. And I mean, we can go through the Bible and it will take us hours and hours. There's so many scriptures about Thanksgiving. I know today's Thanksgiving Day, and we focus on thanking God, but Thanksgiving is a lifestyle. It's an everyday, all day thing. We often get used to our normal routines and we forget that God is the reason we're able to wake up, it's the reason we're able to go to bed. You leave home, you go to work, you come back safely, and everything that we do, sometimes we think it's in our own strength and we forget that God is the main reason. God is the source of it all. And so even as we're going through these 3 days, let us stop and reflect on God's goodness, and let us have a thankful heart and determine also to always give thanks unto the Lord. So again, there's so many scriptures that talk about Thanksgiving. We have the Psalm 116. It talks about thanking God for deliverance. And when we read verse 17, it says, I will offer you a sacrifice of thanksgiving and call on the name of the Lord. And so in the Old Testament, they gave sacrifices of animals. But here in our days, and even as Jesus is our ultimate sacrifice, we no longer give animal sacrifices, but we give our sacrifice of praise, our sacrifice of worship, and our sacrifice of thanksgiving. We see in Psalm 100, it's a psalm of thanksgiving, and particularly Psalm 104, where it says, enter into His gates with thanksgiving, come into His courts with praise, be thankful unto Him and bless His holy name. The psalmist tells us the protocol of entering into His presence. We come with thanksgiving. We start our worship with thanksgiving and adoration. We start our prayers with acknowledging God, that He's the source of everything, and thanking Him for all that He's done and all that He's going to do. And so I'd like to encourage you that even as we're coming to the end of 2024, spend time in just reflection and write down those things like, what has God done? And it's so easy to forget what God has done, right? And we repeat the same mistakes or take it even for granted. But let us have an attitude of gratitude for how He's given us life, how He has sustained us. And you may not have everything that you want or everything that you need, but God gives Himself to you. The fact that He gave His one and only Son to you, you should be grateful for that. And so lastly, the last scripture I'll read is 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 16 to 18. It tells us to rejoice always, to pray without ceasing, and in everything to give thanks. Again, sometimes we won't even feel like giving thanks, like, God, how can I give you thanks in this situation? But the scriptures tells us in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God unto us. And so I'd like to encourage you, thank the Lord. No matter what it looks like, let's continue to trust God and just bring our sacrifice of thanksgiving to Him. And so I'll see you later, and always remember, pray hardest when it's hardest to pray. Bye-bye.